Participants, faculty members, students, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to every one of you to the seminar on GST and Center State Financial Relations. As you would all know that the GST has marked an epoch in the constitutional life of this country. And as I was conversing with incidentally Dr. Gopakumar yesterday, we believe that since the 44th Amendment, this is perhaps one of the most, the 101st Amendment is perhaps one of the most momentous constitutional amendments that has actually been conceived by us. It has completely redefined notions of center-state financial relations and will have far-reaching implications on the principles and established principles of fiscal federalism. Now, incidentally, the GST has also ended up polarizing and dividing public opinion. And it is to have a discourse on this opinion that we have congregated here today. Now, we have with us 8 eminent speakers who, through their experiences in academia, practice, and the bureaucracy, have established an entrenched link with this subject matter. Now, Dr. Dasgupta, Dr. Rao, Dr. Vijay Kumar, Mr. Anwar, Mr. Pai, Mr. Ganguly, Mr. Kumar, we are extremely fortunate to have you here. And we believe that through your incisive insights, we would be walking out of this room wiser. And on a very personal note, I think that the maze of an exam Sanjay sir will be testing us with at the end of this semester would become far easier for me when I am going to take the exam of indirect tax after I perhaps hear all of you. So thank you for that. Now, without any other further ado, I would like to invite our Vice Chancellor, Dr. P. Ishwara Bhatt, to welcome our guests.
Honorable Dr. Ashwin Dasgupta, Mr. A.K. Ganguly, Mr. Arun Goyal, Gop Kumar, resource persons, and all the delegates who have come over from various parts of the country. It gives me great pleasure in welcoming all of you to this very important one-day national seminar, which is sponsored by UGC, GST and Center-State Financial Relations. That is the theme of this seminar. 101st Constitutional Amendment is made with a lot of preparations, with a lot of community aspirations, and with the great hope that with restructuring the fiscal relations, it is possible to bring a far-reaching social change. How the states should participate in the process of taking appropriate decisions relating to the tax policy in the matter of indirect taxes. When indirect tax, like a service tax is when a service tax is the thing that is to be properly brought into the constitutional sphere, how it is to be done. About all those things, the preparation that was made for change was something long-standing, systematic, with a lot of planning. Of course, the possibilities of attaining the goals which are aimed at by this 101st Constitutional Amendment are to be properly discussed at the academic level. Spending any amount of intellectual energy from the side of community, from the side of academia, becomes quite fruitful, important. Today, we have very eminent scholars in this field. Perhaps it is not possible to gather better set of scholars than this. We thought of inviting such eminent persons. We planned it properly, and I congratulate Dr. Sanjay Kumar in successfully organizing. First of all, let me welcome Dr. Asim Dasgupta, very eminent scholar in the field of finance, as a former finance minister, and as a key person who has a lot of insight about the center-state financial relations. His keynote speech, his inaugural address will be enlightening all of us, providing a whole direction towards the intellectual discourse that we are going to have. We have Mr. Arun Goyal. He is a secretary of GST Council. Of course, we approached Dr. K.P. Krishnan in order to have some rapport, so that ultimately we could have Mr. Arun Goyal. He is the key person in formulating the policies relating to GST in the GST Council. Then we have Mr. Amulya Kumar Ganguly, senior advocate of Supreme Court of India, who has contributed immensely to the field of legal writing as well as legal profession, and very important cases on various areas of public law. It is a great pleasure to have him here. It was our long-standing aspiration that he should visit our university and interact with our students. Today, we could get his presence. We have Dr. Gopakumar from Gulati Institute, who is a specialist in the field of center-state financial relations. On behalf of National Institute of Judicial Sciences, I have the pleasure of welcoming Mr. Dr. Asim Dasgupta, Mr. Arun Goyal, Mr. A.K. Ganguly, and Dr. Gopakumar. We have also very eminent participants, Professor Kushalu Ibute, and various other scholars are here. Professor Vijay Kumar, then Dr. Kavita Rao will be joining, and Mr. Sudesh Pai will also be joining in course of our deliberations. Let me again welcome all of you cordially to this national seminar. This seminar is on a very important subject. I don't want to enter into the details of that. Whole day is meant for discussing. We have very eminent scholars. Let us make use of their presence by listening to them, by interacting with them, so that we will have adequate insight about the 101st Constitutional Amendment. With this, again, I am welcoming all the dignitaries to this national seminar. Thank you very much.
I would now like to call upon Dr. Sanjay Kumar, who has been the brains behind this seminar and is also the seminar coordinator. Dr. Kumar would now be explaining the scheme of the seminar, and sir, I yield the floor to you.
Thank you, Anand. Good morning to all of you. Let me just tell you that how actually we are going to have. And have some clarifications also. And first of all, let me extremely sorry. I think there is a misprint of the brochure in the spelling of center. I think it should be CENTRE, but it has been missed. Extremely sorry for that. But okay, I don't know how it happened. But okay, we have let me tell you something about this conference is concerned. That we have very eminent speakers are concerned, these topics are concerned, and probably will in due course you will realize actually really they are eminent person in the field are concerned. And also let me tell you that this conference is not at all about the GST. Okay, because many people will have some idea that we are going to have too much talk about the GST as such is concerned, and probably let me have the clear idea we are not going to talk too much about the GST is concerned. We will be concentrating on GST is very technical, it will make our life hell, so we are not going that. Okay, so basically it's a very simple thing, it's hard to everyone actually, it's a public law domain is concerned. Basically we are talking only on the GST constitutional amendment, popularly known, 101st constitutional amendment is concerned. And this is going to have to see the concept note, probably it is going to have a serious impact on center-state financial relationship. It's a 100% new innovation which is going to happen in India. If you find the other nations are concerned, typically I don't think any illustration, example will find across the globe is concerned. Okay, because we are the federal country, it is going to be tough for, let's see that what actually happens. I try to get the different fellows from the different fields are concerned. We have the expert academicians who will be dealing, who knows from academic perspective. We have what to say, but don't take it otherwise. Learned and troublesome makers, people are concerned, the advocates here. Okay, and then we have also, so for the most important fellow, Dr. Aseem Das Gupta, I think he has conceived the idea, practically implementation of, so far, if you remember VAT is concerned when it has been covered in the picture, and now it is being carried forward with the name of GST. So he is the best person who started the entire journey also for the VAT, now we are going to have GST. And then we have the currently additional secretary who will be giving the insight actually that what actually GST Council is going to have. And probably I do hope you will have a lot of questions about the status of GST Council is concerned. Many people are taking so many opinions are concerned. GST Council is going to be super legislature, it's going to be white, so it's going to be tiger and white paper, so many things probably he will clarify. We have also, probably in second half, Mr. Khalid Anwar. He is a government bureaucrat and he is a good insight basically so far in GST and actually how it is going to strengthen or affect so far the cooperative federalism and the financial health of the states are concerned. We'll have shortly so far Dr. Kavita Rao. She is so far the basically she is expert in public finance and basically she is an economist, so that perspective will also get it. So we have tried to get almost academicians, advocates, bureaucrats, students from all over, and you will have the typical insights from various things are concerned. I will not take much time is concerned, just I will say that how, if you see 40 minutes are there for one speakers are concerned, 30 minutes are for the speakers and 10 minutes for this great audience are concerned. Okay? So this is how we will be going ahead. This 30 minutes I will be speaking, and this is my humble request. Please do actively participate by raising the questions, constructive questions are concerned, and probably our speakers will try to respond for that one. So 30 minutes plus 10 minutes are concerned. I do hope you will not leave a single speaker without any questions are concerned. Okay, they must be flooded with the questions. Let's see that how. This is the way that how will be so far carrying on our today's journeys are concerned. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. I would now invite Dr. Das Gupta to deliver the keynote address.
Dr. P. Ishwara Bhatt, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of NUGS, Dr. Vijay Kumar, I think Ms. Patnaik and other members of the faculty, Mr. Arun Kumar, Mr. Ganguly, Mr. Kup Kumar, and other eminent speakers in today's seminar, and other members of the faculty and my dear students. I am indeed thankful to NUGS for inviting me to this very important and timely national seminar on goods and services tax and center-state financial relations. I hope Dr. Vijay Kumar, you did not really precluded the discussion on GST, right?
No, Sanjay.
You allow us to discuss it. I have been given a time constraint of half an hour. Did you say
Sir,
that?
half an hour, sir, 30 minutes.
Is it all right?
Haan, sir, we have okay.
Given the time constraint, I would therefore speak briefly, very pithily, on 3 points, 3 observations, and there will be a concluding observation also. I will start by asking and trying to answer the question, why GST at all? Why is GST considered a very important tax reform in the domain of indirect taxation in India? Given the rationale, the next issue therefore is about the structure of GST. And given the structure, we will see how necessarily it leads on to a required constitutional amendment. So that would be my third observation. And fourth would be a concluding observation where I think an eminent institute like NUGS may have a very important role to play, including the students. By tax reform, particularly indirect tax reform, we mean a measure which will benefit the producer, traders, potentially the consumers, and also the government. So it is a collectively positive sum game. Now, in that sense, it was correctly mentioned by Dr. Sanjay Kumar that we had started with value-added tax. Before the value-added tax, in the pre-VAT situation, what used to happen is this. Suppose a commodity is produced by several inputs. First of all those inputs would be taxed, and then with that input tax load, output will be produced and will be taxed again. So there will be tax on tax. So there is a cascading effect of taxation. And that increases the tax load on the producer, on the trader, and if that gets passed on to consumer, that increases the price load on the consumer. That makes our exports relatively uncompetitive in the global market. And if the tax rates are high, then there is an additional proclivity on the part of dealers to evade taxes. So government is also a loser. So in other words, it's a collectively negative sum game. Everybody is losing in that situation. Now, in value-added tax, what is done is that input tax load is given a set-off. Whatever input tax was paid will be deducted from the output tax liability. Immediately, the producer is relieved, trader is relieved, and if that relief is passed on to consumers, alas, it is sometimes not, but if it is passed on to consumers, therefore I said potentially consumers would also be benefited. And you see, there is an interesting built-in mechanism against tax evasion. If you want to have this input tax credit or input tax set-off, first of all you have to pay the tax of the input, which means there is a self-policing, there is a check on it. Therefore, revenue-wise, government also gains. So from a collectively negative sum game, value-added tax can be a collectively positive sum again. With this in mind, I recall that value-added tax in the name of mod VAT, because it was introduced for few commodities, 7 or 8, if I recall, in the year 86, 87, by Government of India. Then Sen VAT, taking into account all commodities, I think in 2003-4.
In 2000.
No, more. Sen VAT is, that's right. And then the Government of India also, by using its residuary power, started levying service tax. Now, all these were done, but there are 3 very important shortcomings. Number 1, not all central taxes were given set off. So additional customs duty or special additional customs duty or excise duty on medicinal and toilet preparations, surcharges, they were not given set off. So that's a lacuna, we keep note of it. And moreover, the Sen VAT got imposed on the commodity at the production point, at the factory gate point. But as it enters into the trading sphere, it's no longer there. So Government of India has been losing revenue by not entering into the trading sphere. That has to be taken care of. So when we talk about GST in the context of Government of India, it is first of all we are trying to subsume all taxes to the extent possible into one tax, and goods, central goods and service taxes like that, and we plug those loopholes. There is a need for entering in the trading sphere. Introduction of VAT at the state level, of course, was much more difficult. There are now 31 states. Then it was 29.